Well, that is certainly a wet, gloomy looking day out there, and I'm quite excited about it because I have got my candles on, I've got a jumper on, and it's just nice and cozy. And this is my view from the sofa. You can see the trees out there. It's really wet and blustery. Won't be long till all those have come off now. And this privacy glass, if you have a dog that barks a lot, this privacy glass makes such a difference to us. The privacy screen stuff, he still can see somewhat, but because we have a busy pathway out the front of our house, he would just be constantly up there. So there was no amount of training really, because it was just constant all the time. You couldn't keep on top of it. So we got the privacy glass, and that's really made a huge difference. So if you struggle with that, I do recommend. We have the Cozy YouTube videos. I love these time of year. I'm not so much into the summer ones. They don't do it for me the same, but I love the winter ones where you can hear the rain and thunderstorms. There's a fireplace. I love these ones. And there's you. You got very wet this morning, didn't you? You're all dried off now, which means you're so fluffy. Huh? Yeah, okay, is that enough of that, is it? You're a funny one, you are. Wednesday, it's effectively my day off. I have a Zoom call this evening. To me, it feels like my day off. And it's now, what time is it? It's 11:15, so it's been a bit of a busy one, and I haven't been able to really film much before that because I was up at 5:30. My daughter kind of needs a bit of a prompt to get ready for college. She's still finding her routine. Helped her go and get to college this morning. My son off to school. Then I had cleaning things to do, bathrooms, kids' rooms, those sort of things. So they weren't really especially things that I could really film and show you. So what's my day looking like today? Oh, are we waiting for someone? It's fixed on the door. I'm going to go and shut the door. He might go into a bit of a barking frenzy because he thinks I'm reaffirming that someone's there. Let's see. Let's shut that so you don't need to fixate on it. Okay? Because you do a lovely job. You do a lovely job, but sometimes it's unnecessary, isn't it? Yeah, so today I have some emails to send to do with work, so I'm going to catch up and do that. My university course also started again for the new year, the new modules that got released, so I've got some uni work to catch up on. Make a coffee. I'm really fancying, I don't know if anyone's tried them, but Lidl do really nice sticky cinnamon buns at the moment, and they are delicious. But I just can't find it in me to want to put shoes on and go out and get one. Like, do I want it that badly that I'm going to go around to Lidl and go get one? Probably not. Don't know. I'll probably just end up making something here. So yeah, there's not a lot really else going on today. It pretty much is a sitting doing admin and sitting and doing uni work. I've been doing it for 3 years. This is my second year where my work is counted against my final grade, so you know I need to obviously make sure I take the time and absorb it. I can't sort of half-heartedly do it because this counts towards my final grade. Sit, do that, make a coffee, sit and do the work, sit and do the admin. I only really today, the only actual real jobs I have to do is to walk him later and then do my Zoom meeting. It's actually quite a nice free day. So I'm also thinking what I might do. I know this is really, this is so embarrassing. So what I might do is around this time of year, I really quite like the Cozy Hallmark films. So the Hallmark channel, I subscribe to it usually between autumn and, you know, around this time up until Christmas, because I really like the cheesy films, because they're just such an easy watch, aren't they, to just have on in the background. They all follow the same plot, exactly the same. It's always a high-flying person goes to a small town, they meet somebody, they're supposed to be going back, they take over I don't know, their great aunt's business, and then they've had this big change and now they want to stay, and they're all the same. I think that's kind of what I like about it, actually, is you know what you're getting. See, the other thing that I do is, I've shown before, is my way of decompressing is to sit and do things with my hands. I find it really difficult to just sit and watch a film and just sit and watch a film. I have to be doing other things at the same time. I know this is probably a little bit of a neurodiverse thing. So what I actually do is cross stitch, which makes me sound about 60, but I really like it. I find it really relaxing, because the only thing you can do is think about what you're doing and listening to what's on the TV. So I find it's really good for my brain to just not think about stuff and to just be absorbed in what I'm doing. So I did the one which I've shown up on the wall before. Let me show you. So I did this one, and I think this took me about 2 years. It's up here. It's all right. See what I mean? I've moved, haven't I? And now you think something's happening. Yeah, that took me about 2 years to do, probably. And I love doing it. Here, I'll put you back. And the one I'm doing at the moment is a bit, I want to do something that was a bit more colourful, is this one. It's obviously nearly half done. I've got to do all the, so this is the main stitching, and then you have to put lines to create. So there's like, that's like a advertising board, and then you'll put the lines in and it will form pictures. So that's where I'm at the moment. I've still got the other half to do, but I just find them so relaxing. I love nothing more than finding a really good film or a really good series and just getting so absorbed into it and absorbed into this that I can just honestly pass so much time. I think it's probably similar to how I hear people talk about putting on computer games, and I think I was like that with The Sims when I was younger. I don't know anybody that has a normal relationship with The Sims. That was something you played for 4 days without sleeping, and then you stopped and didn't play it again for another 3 years. It's a similar sort of thing. So I'm thinking I might do that. I might start my subscription, watch some really cheesy, feel-good, cozy stuff. I just cannot watch Gilmore Girls. I know everyone's doing it. I tried to watch Gilmore Girls and it's just, I couldn't do it. I know it's the go-to thing, and you know, in this time of year, but I just, yeah, it wasn't for me. Dinner tonight is going to be an interesting one. My husband, it was his birthday on the weekend, and he has a stepdaughter from another relationship. She's landlady of a pub along with her partner. What they do on a Sunday is they do a meat raffle as well. He went there, he put money into and bought some tickets in for the meat, and it turned out he won. Actually, he got the top prize, and the top prize was, I'm not going to remember everything, there was a type of, it's like, you're going to be screaming it. If you're English, maybe you'll be screaming it, but it's like a short crust pastry, and it's like pork pie meat, but there's an egg running through. I don't know what it's called. I've never eaten it actually. So we got quite a large one of those. Tons of sausages like red onion and cheese or something, and Marmite flavour sausages. Minted lamb chops. And the top thing was a tomahawk steak. Now a tomahawk steak is not on our budget for shopping. So I've never cooked one before. So for dinner tonight, because it's the only night really where I'm home early enough to be able to cook a dinner, like a proper dinner. Normally it's slow cooker or it's something that's pre-made and you just heat up, but obviously tomahawk steak has to be cooked there and then. So we're going to have that tonight with, I don't know, chips, salad, eggs, that kind of thing. Or we could do a mixed grill. Could do a mixed grill. If you're vegan, this might not be for you later on. Just thinking there. I've got chicken in the oven that I'm supposed to roast. Wow, if you're vegan, this is really not for you. You coming in then with your wet paws? That wasn't very exciting, was it? Here you are. I'll show you quickly as I'm up. The fridge is chaos, guys. Absolute chaos. This is the tomahawk steak. That's I don't have particularly big hands, but it's about the size of my hand. So we're going to have to try and figure out how to cook that. So we've got some sausages, red onion, cheese and Marmite. What other ones did we get? Yeah, more cheese and Marmite. And then some minted lamb chops. And this was the thing. I've never eaten it. Is it gala? Half gala? I've never eaten this before. So, oh, and we've got pork pie as well. So yeah, we kind of need to figure out what to do with all of that. Just put the camera up to make the coffee. My jumper is not inside out, but it has played with my mind many, many times that it does look inside out. And in case no one's familiar with this, wondering what's in here, it's a temperature thing to let me know how hot the milk is, because otherwise it's quite easy to not steam the milk enough, or at least for me, that it's not quite hot enough. So I have a temperature gauge in here to get nice hot steamed milk. So that's putting air into it, you can hear. And then you want to hear the rips, like little tears. Like that. And that tells you that you're making it nice and frothy for making like a latte. Cappuccino has a lot more air in it, so you'd spend a lot more time doing that. With latte, you want to just get a few of those and then put the steam wand further in to continue heating up the milk. But for cappuccino, you put a lot more air in, and it like doubles the size of the milk. I mean, no, probably even triples. Okay, so it's almost nearly done. And then So we've got our coffee, we want to tap. The reason you tap is to get rid of any big bubbles. Swirl, and then you want to pour. Now I can't do the art. I'd love to know how to do the art, but I don't. I actually ended up making more of a cappuccino on this one, funnily enough. So that, you'll see what I mean by this is more of a cappuccino. Can you see? I've got some chocolate sprinkles that if I wanted to do it that much, yes, I do want to do it that much. I can't be bothered to go and get my cinnamon roll, but we shall have chocolate sprinkles. Yes, I think I've got a salted caramel one somewhere as well. There we are, let me show you. Oh, let me show you. There we go. Perfect. So if you've never studied with the Open University before or known how that kind of works, you get your book. I've got 3 of these actually for this module. You get your book, which is all of the reading. You know, normally it's about studies, research, findings, explaining concepts, those kind of things. So you get your book and you're normally directed to a certain chapter each week that you need to go and read, and then that goes alongside with, and I don't think I'm giving away any of my personal details, that goes alongside your website, the module online. So you work through these bits. You go through the module online. So if you can see my cursor is, you go through these bits one by one and work through all of them. It takes you onto different types of research tools, asks you to think about things. And this one, it seems like each week asks a different question and then looks to understand the research and influences behind these things. So this one is all about influence, obedience, how people respond in those situations. So that's how it generally works. And then you get to, and I'm going to be really careful I don't give any of my personal stuff away. There we go, get rid of it. And then you go on to the assessment and you'll get your list of assessments that you need to do. And that will be over the course of a year. So this is my next one up here that I'm now going to be working towards. And I will blur out my personal details I managed to show there by accident. So this is what I'm going to sit and just do. I'm on week 2. I need to finish some of the activities on there and then read through the book. And I'm going to sit here because I'll get distracted if I go in the living room. And it's quite cosy. I've got my coffee. It's all good.